never made it, but I know what it takes. I'm motivated by a mix of emotion. Got my statement, and I'm reading it slow so I can understand it fully. Appreciate my standing, go out of this world and right on time. Oh, never in my life have I seen the sky light up like this. I'm far away from Earth and I wanna know if you exist. Mission control, do you read me? Send me my coordinates lately. Mission control, am I drifting? Tie me to someone who will love me, yeah. Wait, I think I'll last a bit longer. Fine, I'm not.
Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Wherever you are, whatever you may be doing, thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family a part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. Hopefully everybody's weekend is off to a good start. It is the first weekend in the month of March. But I figured that since there's so much college football in the news right now, more specifically the Pac-12, that in today's video we'll talk some college football. Before I get into today's main topic, let me first say, talking about the Pac-12, in case you have not heard, the Pac-12 is struggling to get a TV deal. And they're struggling so much to get a TV deal that the Big 12 has talked to 4 teams in the Pac-12 about leaving the Pac-12 to come to their conference, since their conference has a TV deal. Now, the Pac-12 has gotten so desperate that they're getting offers from a couple of companies about all of their games going to only streaming, which of course you've got to pay extra for. Now, Oregon and Washington are completely against it, and I get why they're against it, because it makes your conference look desperate when you're the only conference that can't get a TV deal, so you go to streaming. But at the same time, if you don't get a TV deal, then streaming is at least allowing you to be seen by some people. If you don't have a TV deal with anybody, you're not going to get seen by anybody. So being seen by a few people is better than being seen by nobody. But I understand why they're against it. That's probably what's allowed Oregon to gain so much popularity in the past 20 years, is the fact that most of their games come on national television somewhere, and it allows people in the Midwest, down south, and out east to see their games, and a lot of people like them because of their colors and the fact that they wear different color uniforms pretty much every game. Well, all of a sudden, if you lose your TV rights and you're no longer on TV, your popularity is going to fall. So if the Pac-12 doesn't get a TV deal, this is going to absolutely destroy the Pac-12. So I figured today we would go over another team's 2023 football schedule. And of course, it's random. This is a team I just thought about yesterday because I was thinking about their quarterback, and it seems like this is going to be his 75th year playing college football. Now, this team needs to show a lot of improvement because last year they underachieved, according to most college football people in the know. And their schedule looks a little bit different because they're playing some teams this year who are on their schedule in their conference for the first time ever because they're new to the conference. Who am I talking about? The old team from Norman, Oklahoma, the Oklahoma Sooners, or Boomer Sooner, as they say. Of course, the Big 12 plays 9 conference games and 3 non-conference games, and Oklahoma opens up the season by playing all 3 non-conference opponents in a row. They've got Arkansas State coming up on September the 2nd, SMU on the 9th, and then the team right up the road from them, from Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Tulsa Golden Hurricane on the 16th. And then they step into conference play, and this is where it looks different because there's so many new teams to the Big 12 this year, and it sucks because it's going to take us all this year to adjust to all the new teams in the Big 12, and then as soon as this year ends, we've got Oklahoma and Texas leaving the Big 12. But their first conference game this year on September 23rd is against Cincinnati, and then they play Iowa State on the 30th, and then moving into October, of course, on the 7th, they play the Texas Longhorns, and then their bye week is in week 7, so they have 6 games, they're off, and then 6 more games. And when they come back on the 21st of October, they play another new team to the Big 12, and that is the Central Florida Knights. And I know they used to be the Golden Knights, but I've been reading a lot of articles lately and hearing a lot of stories about how they've either dropped the word golden or they're in the process of dropping the word golden and just becoming the Central Florida Knights. And then on the 28th of October, they play the Kansas Jayhawks. Moving into November, they play Oklahoma State on the 4th, West Virginia on the 11th, another new team on the 18th of November, and that's BYU. And then wrapping up the season on the Friday after Thanksgiving, the 24th of November, against the TCU Horned Frogs. And their quarterback will again be Dillon Gabriel. And as I said earlier, it's his 75th year playing college football. But he's one of those players that doesn't age, so he still looks very young. But I think he was in college football before I was born. But looking over their schedule, I think they'll win all 3 non-conference games. Arkansas State, SMU, and Tulsa shouldn't be an issue. And I think they'll beat Iowa State. Iowa State's just not any good. I think they'll beat Kansas. I think they'll beat Oklahoma State. I think they'll beat West Virginia. That's 7 wins on the schedule. That's already better than last year. I think they lose to Cincinnati. I think they lose to Texas. But I think between Central Florida, BYU, and TCU, they'll win one of those 3. So I've got them going 8-4, which would be 2 games better than last year. Maybe they'll do better than that, but the team I saw in 2022 was absolutely terrible. So if they bring that team back, but they win 2 more games, that'll be a pretty good season. To expect more than that would be crazy. It's not saying that they can't do more than that, but when you watch them play and see how bad they were, to watch how bad they were and think, oh, they're going to be a 10-win team next year, you're crazy. You have to show me to make me believe that. So I've got them going 8-4, and again, that'll be a 2-game improvement from this past football season. Any thoughts on it? Please feel free to let me know. It's hard to believe that today we are wrapping up the regular season in college basketball, and we have Pittsburgh and Miami, and the winner of that game wins the ACC regular season. Not Duke, not North Carolina, not Virginia, who we've seen be really good here recently, not Florida State, not even Syracuse, but the winner of Pittsburgh and Miami. Now, Pittsburgh's coach, Jeff Capel, if he doesn't win Coach of the Year, there's a problem. In the preseason, Pittsburgh was picked 14th in the ACC out of 15 teams, and here they are with a chance to win the conference. So I don't know how Capel can't be Coach of the Year. Any thoughts on that, please feel free to let me know. Homes for Our Troops is a publicly funded 501c nonprofit organization that builds and donates specially adapted custom homes nationwide for severely injured post 9/11 veterans. Since the 2004 inception, nearly 90 cents of every dollar spent has gone directly to our program services for veterans. Visit at hfotusa.org. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. What do you call a snake that loves building houses? A boa constructor. And that wraps it up for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them. Bye.